Hello, Vsauce. Michael here.
Copyrighted.
What's going on, you guys? That's your boy, Robin Alyssa. She's the girl.
No, I'm your boy
that
too.
Subscribe and like button.
I'm your boy too.
With your face. But don't do that, actually. That's dangerous and not good for your health. Not conducive to healthy living.
He's a result of smashing things with his face.
Things smashed my face.
Right.
My face did not smash
things.
things.
Smashed your face,
yeah,
right?
I would advise against it heavily.
Yeah.
Although,
Anyways.
if you do smash a keyboard, record it, because that can be hilarious. Keys just like popping everywhere. On r/gamerfails, I think that's what it's called. That subreddit. That's a great subreddit. High quality.
What a great intro to the video. Thanks, Robin.
No problem. I'm great at introducing things.
By copying other people's intros. Yeah, and outros.
I mean, if you really think about it, what isn't copied from other people? Who's actually making original content these days?
Good point. But are we making anything original?
Babies?
Yes, that happened once.
Once. For now.
For now. And this now has been rated PG-13.
What, because making babies, the simple saying of a phrase of making babies.
Yes. As it implies worse things. You know. Anyways. So, today's our anniversary. Woo! 4 years. Even though at the time of recording it's not our anniversary.
I was just gonna say, it's not our anniversary today, it's my birthday.
Yes, it is Robin's birthday. Actually, as the time of this recording, it's tomorrow. So, happy birthday, Robin!
Hey!
Which is gonna be late now, but people are gonna comment, happy birthday, Robin!
I'm old.
He's old. And now he can officially be called an old man, because to someone, he is the old man. To Rubel.
And to anybody who's under 27.
Good point. Dang it, that's me. Anyway, so just thought we'd talk about, I don't know, some memories that we have of dating, life dating,
love,
yes.
The pursuit of happiness.
Yes. Of our journey as a couple. Yeah. So.
It's been a journey.
It has been a journey. Which started out, well, technically, the starting of us actually going out was fun.
Which time?
The arranged marriage.
I mean, we weren't going out then.
I know that was the process of us going out because
that
it was
right
after. It was right after that you confessed you liked me, and then I confessed. Well, I didn't actually. I thought I told you that I liked you, but apparently I didn't.
Definitely did not reciprocate the "I like you."
Oh, I did too. I opened up a lot of things.
Oh, it only took like a week and a half.
Not a week and a half, and it was my dorm neighbor who had to tell you that I liked you.
That happened before, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Like, she didn't tell me after our talk. She told me before. That's why we had a talk.
I swear I thought I told him that I liked him, but I might have also been under the impression that he reads minds, so maybe I just thought, oh, if I talk about things like this, he'll just assume that I like him.
This is a very common but false assumption on females' parts in general. Please, if you are a female or even a man, do not assume a man or your significant other or female or whatever can read your mind. Because we can't!
Okay. I'm gonna need to put a warning there.
Because we can't. It's not possible. We might be able to blue your mind. Or green your mind.
Oh my word.
But it's impossible for your mind to be red.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Dad jokes.
I swear, I have to keep putting warnings on here for headphone users.
I love the waveform. The waveform is great. It tells me exactly how close I am to the microphone.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I guess you were there at the beginning of the arranged marriage, and then I was kind of going along with the journey as it was happening. So
when you're talking about an arranged marriage, what she's talking about is when we were both at college. we had friends who took a course and they went and did this whole training under a pastor. And one of the things that they talked about was marriage, and they were like, hey, we know how to do this whole marriage thing now. Therefore, let's arrange a marriage, because that's the easiest way to get this whole thing done. And so the joke was that they were going to arrange a marriage between... Oh, I'm yawning. They were going to arrange a marriage between me and Alyssa. Well, they told me that this was their plan, but they didn't tell Alyssa.
Yeah,
All
they
told
didn't.
All they told her was, oh, congratulations, we're so happy for you. We can't believe this is such a great occasion.
And I don't like not knowing things. Of course, I'd be like, what's going on? And they wouldn't tell me. And then people that were in on the joke would keep telling me, congratulations, like writing it on my board or just telling me on Facebook and in person. Oh, it bothered me. They kept telling me, like, they told me that for a week, I think. Until the day I was supposed to find out what was happening, I had to meet in the lounge, and there was the people who were in on the joke who were saying, congratulations on your marriage to Robin, but Robin wasn't there, and why weren't you there?
I was playing basketball.
Yeah, you were gone for a basketball tournament?
Yep.
Yeah, so Robin left me at the altar. And, yeah.
Meet you there at the altar as I fall down to my knees.
I don't even know what song you're singing.
That's Avril Lavigne.
Oh, okay. And yeah, and then there's a whole situation after that. I don't know if it's worth talking about. Is it worth talking about?
Nope.
Okay. I don't know if we were dating about this, but I also remember...
We weren't dating at the time.
No, with the pickup line?
Oh, yeah.
Were we dating? Like, we were started dating, and we were in that gross honeymoon phase?
One of us
I was in that gross honeymoon phase. You only did stuff just because you knew I liked them, so you're like, ugh, fine. Mm-hmm. Like, being cheesy and whatnot.
That's accurate.
So, we were eating cinnamon buns for breakfast, and...
Simba.
And I don't normally drink milk, but that day I decided, you know what, I'm gonna have a glass of milk with my cinnamon buns. And so he came up to me and said,
I see you're drinking 1%. Is that because you think you're fat? Because you're not. You could be drinking whole milk if you wanted to.
And before this, I had never seen Napoleon Dynamite, so I was very confused at what he was talking about.
Which, I mean, if people just heard what I said and also haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite, they're also going to be confused.
So they'll know how I felt.
Oh, not really.
No?
They weren't approached by their brand new boyfriend.
Oh, good point. Yeah. So all of a sudden it's like, are you drinking 1% because you think you're fat? And it's like, oh, what? Is he? What?
Because you're not. You could be drinking whole milk if you wanted to.
As you slur like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But and then a few weeks later, Robin decides, it's not like this was planned, but it was like, hey, we're gonna go to a concert. It's like, okay, cool. It's like, it's hardcore. It's metal. Oh.
Good times.
Yeah, because I didn't like metal back then.
Which was a poor choice, really.
Yeah, it took me a while to appreciate it. How many years did it take?
I don't know.
It took a long time.
I'm not you.
Okay. I did appreciate metal shortly after we were married, I think, right?
I don't know. I'm not you.
Okay. Anyways, so we go with our friends and we go to this concert, and Robin tried playing some of their songs to me. It was August Burns Red. But of course, I don't know.
Texas in July.
Oh, right, in Texas in July. Two bands to try to squeeze into, what was it, 3.5 hour car trip?
No.
No? 3 hours?
Probably 2.5.
2.5? This seems short, but okay. And then, so we get there, we go into the, the university pub? Or was it just a bar?
No, it's
pub?
a pub.
Okay. And then the bands play. Actually, well, at first...
Started out with a terrible band.
Oh my goodness, that was horrible.
They just were garbage because we found out that 2 of the bands that were supposed to be playing that night, one of them got stopped at the border because they were like, Canada doesn't... Oh, I'm yawning again. I'm tired.
Yeah.
So, of the 2 bands that were supposed to be there, one of them got stopped at the border because they were like, Canada doesn't have good enough drugs, we need to bring our own, which is never a good choice.
No.
Don't do drugs, kids. And secondly, don't try to transport drugs across the border that you don't do.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so, the tour was down to 3 bands in Canada, and the other band that was supposed to be there, out of the 4, 2 didn't make it because the second band, between Saskatoon
And
Winnipeg, their van broke down. And so they didn't make it to Saskatoon.
Yeah. So it was just Texas in July, August Burns Red, and that horrible, local band.
I think they were from Saskatoon, yeah.
Yeah.
They had to fill in last minute.
It was just so...
They were just not good.
The bassist destroyed his guitar for no reason.
Well, they just weren't good musicians in general.
Yeah.
They're just not good.
I could probably do a better rendition of what he did. It literally sounded like that.
The vocalist, yeah.
Yeah, except, of course, I'm female. But anyways, yeah. And, yeah, just the whole culture of metal I wasn't used to, so it kind of freaked me out. But
you met Jake Lurs.
I did meet Jake Lurs, yeah.
I also met Jake Lurs.
Yeah, you got your shirt signed by him.
I did.
Which I think now that autograph is gone.
It's gone.
Yeah. But hopefully we can go to another August Burns Red concert so I can go up to Jake Lurs and say, hey, the last time you were in Saskatoon, I was there. I didn't appreciate you guys because I was a terrified little innocent angel, and now I want to say I appreciate you guys and you rock. Literally. Woo. Yeah. Oh, and fun fact, if it weren't for Robin, I don't know if I would ever be into digital art like I am now, because for my 19th birthday, which is the first birthday we technically celebrated together, as a couple, he bought me my first tablet. And, it came with, Corel Essentials or something like that. Yeah, and
you started drawing on the computer.
Yes, I did. Because before then, I think I was just using a mouse and
you were
MS
using
Paint.
MS Paint and a mouse.
Because that's all I had. But yeah, because of you've expanded my horizons to where I am today. So thank you. Also, I was very terrible at drawing, so thank you for your patience as I grew as an artist.
I mean, that's implying that you're good at drawing now.
Oh.
I mean, you're better than me, so.
Okay, good point. You're better at me than in some areas, though, like writing, typography, stuff like that.
Typography?
Is that what it's called? Typography? Word art?
Oh, sure.
Logo making, stuff like that.
Topography?
I thought it was called typography. Then anyway,
What?
I said,
No.
what?
Topography is drawing maps with, heights.
Really?
Surrounding. Yeah, what's a topographical map?
Oh. Now what am I thinking of?
Typography.
Oh, I have to enunciate better.
Yeah. Topography.
Oh, I see.
Like T-O-P. Topography
Okay.
is the drawing of maps with specific heights.
Like with mountains and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, it doesn't have to be mountains.
Oh, hills.
I mean, if you grab a blank piece of paper, you have a topographical map of the plains.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I'm yawning.
I'm a
Alright, well, I guess we'll end off in this little thing that's always been a joke. Well, it's toned down a lot, but...
I mean, you don't sleep in vehicles as much anymore.
That's true. Oh, Cleo's on the move.
Yep.
Or leopard gecko. Anyways.
As I stutter.
Yeah.
You don't sleep in the vehicle as much anymore. I mean, when we were dating and did road trips, you just decided that sleeping in the vehicle was the time to sleep. And so
but I
you would
wouldn't
just
actually sleep.
That's not true. She would sleep.
No,
She
I
just doesn't
wouldn't.
think she would.
No. I was conscious the entire time.
That's not true.
Yes, I was.
Because I said your name and you never answered.
Oh.
Yeah, multiple times.
When?
Like every time you were asleep.
No.
And I emphasized asleep because she was asleep, and she refuses to acknowledge that she was asleep, but she
will
was
never
asleep.
Acknowledge it.
Denial is dangerous, kids. Don't live in denial. Denial is a river in Egypt.
He would also... Oh my goodness, I just caught onto that. He also would take pictures of me sleeping to prove that I was sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Happened multiple times.
Yeah. I think deleted most of them, but the occasional ones you've kept.
Oh, I didn't intentionally delete anything.
Well, one of them's in one of my photo albums.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of them's on Facebook.
Yeah.
One or two of them.
Mm-hmm. And then I took a picture of you sleeping on a plane.
Yeah.
Because you can sleep, and I was upset at you.
Because that's a logical place to sleep.
Yep. But I was upset because I can't sleep on planes.
When you have like a 5-hour flight, you might as well sleep.
I try to, but I can't. Unless you give me the whole, like, seat section that's free, then I could fall asleep.
Like me to Australia.
Yeah.
That was great.
You were lucky.
I was.
Yeah, but I only had a seat that only reclined how far, and I need an almost flat surface. I get the point. Okay. Anyways, thank you for listening to us just ramble.
And cough.
And cough and yawn and stutter and yeah, just things.
Did I stutter, stutter, stutter?
And now this video is definitely copyrighted anyway.
Demonetized.
Yep, demonetized. Well, thank you for listening. Which we end off with 3 things that we've learned about each other since dating, all the way up to this 4th anniversary.
Airbags are an unnecessary part of vehicles, and I hate them.
This has nothing to do with our relationship.
Oh, I thought you said 3 things that we've learned.
Oh, I guess I should have emphasized about each other.
I mean, we don't have to end the video with that.
You can't think of anything?
We could just say bye.
Okay. We do love each other, just so you know.
Most times.
Most times. Well, we do. We just might not like each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not a very likable person.
And apparently I'm crazy enough to like this guy, so... Yeah.
That sounds like a personal problem.
You're my personal problem.
I am.
Then again, I'm your personal problem, too.
Bye.
Bye!